Hi everyone, my name is Erin. Welcome back to 3 Cat Stitching. This is a video where I'm going to talk about some cross stitch. So I'm doing VEDA or video every day in April. This video will be posted on the 2nd, but I had some time to film today, and I think it's March 22nd. And so yes, it's March 22nd because I have an outreach tomorrow, which is the 23rd. But it's Friday, March 22nd, so I'm filming it a little bit earlier than maybe I originally thought. I have put together or filmed 4 other videos for VEDA already. So this is the 5th video that I am making, but the second one you will see. I hope you enjoy the rest of the videos throughout the month. This video is being posted early in the month because towards the end of the month, these projects will kind of come back into relevancy when I talk about my plans moving forward into May. I have been anxiously looking forward to May every year that I've been a cross stitcher because I enjoy the idea that stitchers have in May, where lots of people start multiple things. Lots of people have whips from previous years that they work on. I don't think very many people are calling it mania anymore. There's different iterations of it, but I'm excited to feel like I'm going to participate in the mayhem of it. But I have a few other things I need to get sorted out before I do that. So I thought I would show you the whips that I don't really touch that often. They're borderline abandoned, but I don't want them to be. I don't reach for them because I'm primarily a digital stitcher, and these are all patterns and kits that I have physical copies of. I like the idea of stitching physical copies, but if given the choice, I will gravitate towards my digital patterns. And so you won't have seen any of these patterns in videos that I've made, probably none this year so far. I mean, I've only made one video that is public so far. Or I guess you'll have seen 3 videos that are public so far. But you would have seen them in my previous iteration of Floss Tube back in 2022 and 2023. So I guess we'll just get started. I'll show you my whips. Most of them are very, very pitiful starts, but that is what it is. Again, kits, magazines mostly. I didn't iron anything. I just pulled it out, and I'm actually really inspired looking at all of it, but we'll just get started. This is Frederick the Literate. This is a Creative Accents kit, or it's just called Frederick, but I think it's a painting. It's called Frederick the Literate. This is so cute, and my start is barely anything. So this is on a 14 count Ada, black Ada, and this is where I've started. So I'm just going to bend it because the Ada is a little bit see-through. So I started just on that top border there, and I didn't get very far. So yeah, that's all I have. I love the pattern. I don't know about stitching it though. I think maybe perhaps I'll just buy the painting and give the kit maybe to somebody who might want it. This pattern, pardon the crinkling, I've tried to keep everything together-ish. This pattern will come up in a video, a designer highlight video. This is called Winter Band Sampler. It's by Tiny Modernist. This, again, I kind of started up here and down here. This is a piece that I started in the winter of 2023. And then it was kind of lost. I wasn't exactly sure where I had put it. And so I didn't get to stitch on it this year, although I was thinking about it quite a lot this year. Um, and I tried to find it a couple of times, but this is stitched on 16 count white chocolate VEDA, which is the call for. However, it looks more of a beige green there, but it is definitely not beige green, at least the piece that I have. So this is what I have stitched up. I'm a little bit upset that I only really found it when I went searching for my tiny modernist collection, because I would have really liked to work on it this winter, and now it's officially spring, and I just don't see myself gravitating toward it anytime soon. This is probably my most, sorry, let me crinkle the paper back into some form of submission. This is probably my most devastating abandoned width. And it's abandoned for a very, very silly reason. I just truly need to get over it or frog and restitch a very small section. This is Autumn Town by Autumn Lane Stitchery. This has lived half crinkled in a project bag for probably over a year. This is my most devastating because I went, I think it was New Year's 2023, Christmas gift to myself. I asked Hannah over at Evertote to do a Roxy floss coat conversion of it. And the conversion is beautiful. Here are just a few of the colors. She did a great job with the conversion. And I'm stitching it on this very bright green fabric. And that is all I have done. And my issue is, I don't know if you can see, but those stitches, they're supposed to be the same color as this, but they're not. I must have just pulled the wrong floss. And instead of just picking them out and moving along, this has just been left languishing for like a year. And that sucks. So these bright, beautiful colors, I want to make an effort to stitch on this sometime soon because it's beautiful. I have a long way to go. But I love this piece, and so I just have to frog and move on. And the thing is I'm stitching this like 1/1. It must be an 18 count. So the coverage isn't really that bad. I thought maybe you could see a little bit of the green through the trees would be fine, but a little bit through the house as well, especially the light colors. But I don't really mind that. I didn't even finish crossing those because I knew it was wrong, but I pulled it all the way across anyway. I think, if I had gotten the digital pattern for this, it would have been easier to frog and then just re-stitch and, delete the stitches on the app and then reselect them. But with a pattern that I'm highlighting, it's just a mental block to me that doesn't really need to be there. Again, I'm going to apologize for some crinkling here. This is a pattern that I decided to start for my birthday in I actually don't know if it was my birthday, but I love it. It's a Luca S kit. It's called an Intimate View. I look at this. Stunning. absolutely beautiful. My issue is I'm like up here. It's just different shades of white. I have quite a bit of it done. This is stitched on 16 count Ada. Like, you know, I'm just getting into the area where her hat starts. So, like, I'm about to see something different. And for some reason, that's where I stopped. I think because I told myself, oh, go all the way across the top, get all the white on the other side done, and then work my way down. But this is essentially the first, like, full coverage that I've started, and it's paper pattern into Lucas kit. So, yeah, like, it's not a little bit. And it's not, like, truly, I don't find it difficult to stitch on. I think I just kind of got bogged down getting over to the hat and to the color. And so I was working my way down. I think I have another 10 by 10 row before I get to the blue of the ocean. So yeah, I think I was just kind of lost at where to go. But I think, again, another piece that I would love, like really love, to start working on again. This piece, this is Strawberry Bell Polish by Stitch with Coffee. Looks like this. Again, there's no reason for me to have not done more than this, except that it's like really tiny count, and I'm stitching it 1/1. I wonder if this, now that I think this is a 25 count or a 22 count, probably a 25 count. Now that I've kind of got my feet wet a little bit with stitching on linen, I wonder if this would be easier, because I started this when I had only stitched on 16 or 18 count. So this was a significant jump for me in terms of count of fabric. I think it's really sweet and cute, but it would probably be a lot easier for me now to stitch on it. So I should get it out. Next is the gold collection from Dimensions, Christmas Village Ornaments. I am stitching this one right here. I originally was supposed to have stitched them all, I think, in 2022, but I am still stuck on the first one, mostly because it calls for, I think, 16 count, 18 count Ada, and for whatever reason I decided to pull out some 16 count, make them a little bit bigger. Not quite ornament style, at least the one that I'm stitching for myself. I don't have a whole lot more to go, right? Like, I've gotten the door down, or the part of the door. I just have to pull the porch across and get the front done. But again, I've missed the opportunity to stitch like Christmas. Although I think the most, where I've gotten the most work has been in the summer on these projects, this one in particular. So I'd love to pull it out again and get started, and then actually probably move along the rest on an 18 or even a 20 count would be fine. Yeah, I think it, I'm not really sure why I stopped stitching on it. It's a bit of a pain to kind of figure out where you stop. So I don't know why I stopped. This is a magazine pattern. I think we're moving mostly into magazine patterns now. This is Nobody is Home. This was all the rage in 2023, I think, by Stitch Sprout. Yeah, this is 2023, just cross stitch Halloween edition. So this is Nobody is Home by Stitch Sprout. Everybody was stitching this. I love this pattern. This was my first attempt at stitching on 28 count over 2 on fabric that I have dyed myself. So the fabric looks pretty cool. I don't have very much done. Yeah, like I don't know that you can tell, but I'm off like half a stitch somewhere, and it's kind of thrown the whole thing off. And I know I was using this as like a learning piece, so I need to be a bit kinder to myself and just like fudge it and make it half a stitch wider. I don't know. But yeah, this is fabric that I dyed myself with 2 shades of green. I dyed it with ice, so this part here where the ice was looks a little bit different than the rest of it, but that's okay. I would like to get back to this and see. I'm not really like a Halloween stitcher though. I think I was just swept up in the joy of everybody stitching from the Halloween collection. I mean, I bought this book and I'm not really a spooky gal. I mean, maybe I would stitch this. But I think so once I stitch this one here, I'm probably going to pass this along. But yeah, I'm not really a spooky stitcher, so that's why I haven't really gone back to it, and that mistake, of course. Next is Saving Grace's Fine Needle Arts. This is Elizabeth Spurlock Flower Seed Pack. So this is a pair of patterns. Stitching the pansy one here. My goal was to stitch this and make it into a like bag for seed packs. This is in the Just Cross Stitch June 2023 book. So I'm stitching this one there. And then this is where I got to. Again, with paper patterns, especially in the magazine, I don't typically make working copies. I'm sorry if you can hear my cat crunching on his kibble. I don't typically make working copies, and I don't mark up the pattern. So I really have to spend a lot of time paying attention and honing in on where I am. And if I start stitching on this, I'll stitch on it for like 3 or 4 days, get a significant portion done, and then I won't stitch on it for a few days, and then it seems like a tall task to figure out where I am again. I also think I ran out of some of those purples, so I think I was waiting on picking them up, and then the next time I went to the store to Michael's, I forgot that I needed them. So I didn't actually pick them up. All right, this next pattern is Prairie Schooler, the Prairie Schooler Christmas Tree Farm. Looks like this. I love Prairie Schooler charts, but I don't know that they're really my vibe, if that makes sense. Again, I love the way this looks, but I might just, the thing is I don't want to scrap this wood because it's quite significant for what it is. It's not really all that much, but I might just stitch these 2 things there, and then I will have said I have stitched something Prairie Schooler. Are you ready for this? I don't think you're ready. So this is stitched 1/1 on like a 28 count. So it's this tiny thing. My fabric, part of my fabric for fraying, but it's literally been just in a bag for probably 2 years. Yeah, so I have the little car done, and I stitched the entire border. I don't know what possessed me, when I was starting this to be like, oh, I'll just make it super small. It's supposed to be a big pattern, right? That's why it comes with 2 ornaments. But I stitched all of this. And so it seems like I went through all the trouble of counting that border and like starting the car and the little pathway. I should just finish it. But also, I could probably just stitch the ornaments and pass along the pattern. Because am I really going to finish it? It's been sitting for how many years? Yeah, I'm not sure. And the last pattern that I have is another magazine pattern. This is called Gnome for Summer. It's by Doreen Jones. It looks like this. I started it early last year, so 2024, with the hopes of finishing it for my dad for Father's Day. And then when I knew I wasn't going to get it done for Father's Day, that's a lie. I started this in 2023. Wow, it's been that long. So originally my plan, now that I'm remembering properly, was in the early spring, March, April, maybe May-ish of 2023, my father moved into a different home. And I was going to make this as a housewarming for him. And then I decided that I wanted to stitch this for him about a week before he was moving in. So I didn't give myself enough time. And then that same year, I thought, oh, well, then I'll do it for Father's Day. And then life got busy. I got stitching on other things. I didn't finish it for Father's Day. Father's Day 2024 came and went. And now I'm back on, part of my language, my bull crap here, thinking that I can get this done for this Father's Day for him. I mean, I'm not far off, but I still have a ways to go. This is also on 16 count white chocolate VEDA. And this is where I'm at. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that I could finish this. It's currently, like I said, March 23rd. Father's Day in Canada is in June. April, May, June. Might get some. It's possible. But I have to pull it out and I have to work on it. And again, it's one of those projects where I have to like figure out where I am and what I'm doing. It's not impossible. I left myself some pretty good markers as to where I am. So like this is part of the window that I can finish. I left myself some pretty good lines to work with in the home. The gnome himself, I stitched all the way across his pants. Right, so it's not impossible to get started. But it will take a little bit of time. So those are all of my whips that I haven't touched in a long time. I've done a really good job at kind of paying attention and working on my digital whips, as I've said. But these patterns, they just kind of get tucked away. And when I go to my phone to look at the patterns that I have, I pull out a digital pattern. Okay, so it seems like my microphone cut out as I was talking about how it's difficult for me to pull out my paper patterns and my magazine patterns. Looking through magazines and finding patterns that I love is very easy for me. Stitching on them, not so much. So I then, towards the end of the video, ask you if there are any patterns like this in your stash, in your whip pile, how you kind of handle stitching from paper, if you're primarily a digital pattern girly or guy, I don't know, and also like just a bit of a heads up about the future of VEDA. So, as I said at the beginning of the video, this is being posted on April 2nd. So, I have a number of videos incoming, primarily about different types of patterns, different designers, different kind of themes or fun um, kind of trends I see in patterns moving forward. I have a request to kind of show me or send me or tell me your favorite floss tubers or Instagrammers so that I can feature them in a video for people who may be new to the community who want a place to kind of jump off and find people that are more like them and what they want to stitch. Also, watching this video back as I'm editing it, I'm realizing that maybe I'm just not a seasonal stitcher, and that's what the problem is with all these patterns. Maybe that's just not the vibe for me. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. You can like the video. You can subscribe if you want to see more videos from me throughout the month. I hope you have a great day. And yeah, take care. Bye.